So I'm cooking a shepherd's pie, but instead of using mincemeat, I'm using the lamb steaks that I picked up from the butcher's. So I thought that we would cook it together and have a little natter. Oh, that is tender. I'm going to remove the fat because I didn't sear it or nothing, so it's like quite jelly-like. And then I'm just going to chop it down into smaller pieces. But how has everyone been? Does anybody actually try the recipes that I've put out? I know I'm not very good at recording them all, but I am trying to change that. The best way to get me to put more up is to keep on at me, so keep reminding me to record it. Oh, it's all just falling apart. This is going to be difficult to get the fat out. Maybe I'll just take the fat off instead of cutting it down, and then it will do the rest itself. See if we can get the fat off. But this has literally been in here since about 10 o'clock this morning, just on low. And as you can see, it is very, very soft. I'm going to give all these bits of fat to the dogs as well. And you know it, don't you? She's standing, oh, you can't see her. She's standing here waiting. Whenever I'm cooking in the kitchen, she's always there hovering. What else was I going to talk to you about? Oh, the school situation with Maya. We had no bunking today, so that was great. She has also, and I'm so proud of her for this because I know this is something she struggles with, and it's something that I struggle with as well. She struggles to put boundaries in place when it comes to friendships. And there was talk of bunking again today, but she was firm. She said no. And she also said that she wants to, like, to the friend, that she wants to take a slight step back in the friendship because she doesn't want to keep getting in trouble and stuff like that. So honestly, I couldn't be any prouder of her for that, because it is difficult, isn't it? Like, if you are a nice person, you don't want to upset people, and that's what I worry about a lot in life as well. Like, I struggle to say, like, if somebody needs my help, even if it puts me right out, I will always say yes. I just can't help it. Right, and then I'm going to add some gravy granules just to thicken the juices that are already in here. I'm not going to remove the juices, and I'm going to add some mint sauce. I add this to even a beef cottage pie, or whatever you want to call it. It just makes it a whole lot tastier, if you ask me. But back to, like, the kids and stuff. Oh, I always really worry that I'm not getting it right. Like, and I never want that. I never want to have let them down in any way at all. I always want to have done my best by them, raised them right. But we're so strong, me and Michael, on morals and manners and stuff like that. The thought of, like, the situation yesterday with her bunking, spiralling, and her being, I don't know, dishonest with us, or, you know, this leading on to other problems like running away or any more bad behaviour, just panicked the life out of me. And I mean, okay, it's only been one day, but a positive one day. But I guess we will see, won't we? And, like, I do need to try and remind myself that it is impossible to know whether you're doing things the right way or the wrong way. Like, there is no rules, there is no guidebook. I just worry so much. Like, you know, you see all these posts about, oh, your children's lives are in your hands and their futures are in your hands, and you're moulding them to be who they're going to be going into their adult life. Like, all of that weighs so heavily on me, and I don't ever want them to struggle in adult life. and then me be like, that's because I didn't do this or I didn't do that. Kids are throwing me off now. They all come in wanting to ask different questions. Oh, that's what I was saying, wasn't it? About wanting to get it right. Like, and you know, I just want them to be adults that get it right. Like, and I know they don't always listen, and they don't always realise you're doing it for their best interest. And like, I know myself, I never listened to my mum's advice. You know, I had my first child, I was pregnant at 17, had him at 18. Like, if I knew now if I knew then what I know now, I definitely would have waited. But I don't regret them whatsoever. But I do wish I'd got my life together and lived it a little bit more before having the children. Like, I feel like the mum I am today is so different to the mum I was with my first and second when I was only 18 and 20. But I have so much more patience, I have so much more understanding. I've lived so much more now to actually give them the time, the effort and the understanding that they need. Whereas before, like when I was doing this, like younger me I guess, like I just thought life was one great big joke. Like everything was fun and games to me back then. And although like I don't think I was ever a bad mum, but there are times I look back now and I think like I wouldn't have done that now. Like, I would have done it so differently, and part of me feels guilty for that. But I mean, we live and we learn, don't we? And I will do my best to encourage my children to obviously follow their heart with things, but to make sure that it's well thought through. Random as well, everyone always asks me how many potatoes I do. This is my mash pan. If I try and do mash in any other pan, I do often do too much because I don't know where to fill it to. Whereas I know if I fill this pan up with potatoes, I have enough mash for us all. So obviously this is going to go on top of the lamb. You thirsty lady? Dog's so loud when she drinks. Obviously we had Bear before we had her, and he's so little you don't even hear him like, at all, and she's so big and boisterous. Oh no, boisterous is the wrong word actually. Clumsy is probably a better word. Like even just her walking around, you can hear her walking. Right, let's keep going with these potatoes. But yeah, so I think this week just threw me a little bit. You know, when you don't ever expect it from your own child, like, and I'm not that mum either that would be like, no, my child would never do that. I've always made sure my children, if they've done wrong, they correct it. So, you know, if they've been mean to people in school or got caught up in the middle of people being mean and participated, I have been that parent to make my children apologise to the other child, because how are they going to learn? Like, if they don't feel that awkwardness of having to face the problem head on, how are they going to know? So, and I always say to them, like, if you feel awkward now, imagine how that child felt when you was doing what you was doing or whatever, because of course they are kids and they have done things that I don't necessarily agree with, but I will always make it right. Same as if my kids ever stolen anything from a shop, leave him, darling. I would absolutely take them back to the shop to make them hand it back if they could. If not, they would be earning the money to take back and pay for whatever they've taken. Lady, are you doing this on purpose? Yeah, I think it's very important for them to know like what is acceptable and what's not. That dog makes me laugh. But yeah, I keep meaning to do like a day in the life for you lot as well. But do you know what gets me? Like, I couldn't imagine like coming downstairs, setting up my phone, running back up the stairs, then coming downstairs and pretending to yawn as I come down the stairs or anything like that. I just think, like, how do people do this where they're recording it all, but they're not, like, it's not real as such, is it? Like, especially scenarios like that. But I will try to get round to it, because I know a lot of yous ask. A lot of yous want to see like my routine and stuff like that. So I will try and bring that. But I know it seems mad because this is what I've done for a while now, like on social media. But like, even doing things like this, it is still abnormal to me. Like to set up a phone and then talk to it for this amount of time, or to just record what I'm doing, it is still quite abnormal. I don't think I could ever be one of those that puts my whole life on the internet. You will see. I will try not to put my whole life on the internet, but to give you like our routine and days in the life and stuff. But I mean, how do you do a day in the life when your whole life is literally cleaning, school runs and cooking? Like, I feel like the only time I leave the house, which isn't true, but that's how it feels, is to do a food shopping. But I could do that Friday actually. I could do a day in the life Friday and take you food shopping with me. If that's something you'd want to do. Or want to see, sorry. We could do that. It's mad as well because all of this, let me just wash these off and put them on to boil. All of this started because I had a bet with my friend about who could get to 10k followers on TikTok first. And here I am nearly 2 years later still doing it. But all I wanted to do from it was to earn enough money to cover our food shop, to ease like the financial pressure that's on Michael. And I've done that. And I'm proud of that. I'm very proud of that. But yeah, now I'm just trying to open it up a little bit and see where it takes me. Because it is like, although it's not reliable, as in like you never know what you're going to earn from 1 month to the next. Like, I don't earn off YouTube or anything like that yet, but I do earn off of Facebook and TikTok. Yeah, it's not reliable as in you don't know what you're going to earn, but it is something that does work around the children if you've got kids at home. And when I tell you, like, me and Michael have generally tried everything else we have done, like we swapped roles completely where he stayed at home with the children and I went to work, because at the time I could earn better money than he could, so we tried it that way round. But Michael couldn't cope with being at home all the time, and I really struggled with being away from the children all the time because I was working as a community carer and I only had every other weekend at home, and I was leaving the house before they were even up for school and not getting back until they were already in bed. And I've always been so hands-on and, you know, being the like caregiver, I suppose, if that's what you want to call it. Like, I've always done dinner time, bath time, bedtime, and to miss out on that was awful. And then both of us were working. Again, me still doing community care, but when he got in from work, I would literally leave the door and go to work. And that was really, really difficult on our relationship. And then social media happened. Oh, that one's pointless. Yeah, and I can't lie, it has been a blessing. It really has. I get to be at home with the children, still ease the financial pressure for Michael. He can still go out and work his job. But of course we always want more, don't we? And like, that's not through greed either. Like, I never want fame or anything like that out of this. All I want is just a bit of security, like financially. We do want, I think that went down my sleeve. we do want to one day buy a house, so obviously the more money we can earn together, the closer that dream we'll get. But I guess like my mum as well, she's been such an inspiration to me, like working. So I don't really talk on like my upbringing or anything like that, but my mum and dad split up when I was 15, and there was a lot of control within our household. And then when my mum left, we moved to a completely new area, which is when we moved to Medway. She was back near her family. My mum started off as a community carer, and she's just gone from strength to strength. She's now a manager at a oh god, I sound awful. 2 seconds, dog wants to go out. I guess it's like a homeless charity. Well, that is what it is, but I'm not sure if that's like what it actually is called. And she's been there over 10 years now. I think 12 years. But again, I'm not 100% sure. And like the change in that woman is actually remarkable. Like, and I want my kids to think that about me. But I want them to be like, my mum sees something there and chased it, worked for it, you know, and she never gave up. And I'm not saying by any means that like social media will be my forever career choice, because it, like, I want to go into something where I actually help people, so like working in a women's refuge, or my other dream career would be to be a midwife. But it definitely helps for now, until I'm in a better position to chase those dreams. Does that make sense? I don't know if it does, but it does in my head. And I still find it completely bizarre that people actually watch my videos. And even these longer ones. But I don't know if many of you actually stay to the end, but if you do, I appreciate you. I really don't like chopping carrots, it's so repetitive, isn't it? Maybe I should have done battens, then it would have been a lot quicker. And don't come for me about my cutting skills. We just go with it. I really need to get my nails done as well, because I'm not joking, half of my nails have fallen off at this point and the others are hanging on by a thread. But I'm just always so busy, and like not even busy as in going out busy, like there's just always so much to be done at home that by the time I do stop, I'll have a cup of tea and I've got to do the school run again. But nails can wait, that's nothing important, is it? That's only for my sake, nobody else's. Alright. Get this show on the road with these carrots. Let the dogs back in. Also, I stuck to my cleaning routine today, and although it was like only jobs that I do on a daily basis anyway, do you know how much more satisfying it felt to know, like, instead of dwelling on all the bits that I didn't do, to actually have that feeling of completing something? It was so much better. So I wrote down like a list of, these sleeves are really getting on my nerves. Wrote down a list of like everyday jobs that I want to complete every day, which is just like your general stuff, like the dishwasher, washing, hoover, mop. What else did I put on there? Wiping down all surfaces, like the coffee tables, shelving units and all that sort of jazz. And then I put like 2 big jobs on there that I want to get done. So like today's were to deep clean Kai's bedroom and the boys' bedroom. And then tomorrow is like deep clean the girls' room, so on and so forth. So that all the rooms get 1 deep clean a week. Oh, my bathroom's on there daily though. but not like a deep clean, just a quick bleach every day. And it honestly felt so much better. But I don't know if anyone's the same as me. When I try and clean, like on a general basis, I start off in the kitchen. I always start in the kitchen because, I don't know, I just don't like the thought of preparing food or anything in a kitchen that's not just been cleaned. So I always start in the kitchen, but then I'll like take something from the kitchen up to a bedroom, say, and I'll be in there for 20 minutes tidying the bedroom. Then I'll need a toilet, so I'll go into the bathroom for a toilet, wash my hands, start cleaning the sink. Then I'll come back downstairs. Remember, I was halfway through sorting the dishwasher or whatever it may be. And although I feel like I'm getting loads done, half the time it's taking me twice as long because I've been distracted by other things. Like I find it very hard to just sit in one room and just tidy that one room top to bottom. But today I did do that with the boys' room, so long may this cleaning routine last. Oh, that bottom bit doesn't look very nice. Because if it's going to help me concentrate on just the jobs that I've set for myself, then that's helpful, isn't it? Did also write out a to-do list, like things that I want to get completed in the house and personal bits, like I mentioned yesterday, getting the kids registered at a dentist. So I ticked off a couple of bits off there today as well. And then I wrote like a bucket list for the year, the things that we want to achieve throughout the year as a family and me personally. Because I do work better when I can see things. I also wrote out all of my bills as well, so I can keep track of those. You know, like when contracts are finishing up and stuff, and then I can mark it off and write it down, see how many months I've got left and whatever else. Whatever makes my little brain tick, I guess. Oh. Right, now I'm going to put my lamb mixture in here. I am worried that there won't be enough in here because now that all the fat's been removed, it doesn't look like a lot of meat, but it's going to have to do because there is no other option at this point. Oh, I don't know, actually, it's filling up quicker than I thought. We'll see. Oh, I think it'll be alright. It does make me laugh when everyone comments and says, like, how do you know how much to do? And the truth is, I don't. Like, I have this conversation with myself most days where I'm like, have I done enough? Oh my God, what if there's not enough? And then somehow it works. I don't know whether it's just me portioning it out that works, or... That is quite oily, this one. Which is not ideal, but again, what can I do? Try and get them last bits out. Turn that off. Right, I'm just going to get my cheese ready for the top while my potatoes are finishing off. Got obviously all my veg on as well, and then I'm going to put some Yorkshires in as well. Get that cheese off. Oh, do any of you actually get this far into the video? Well, I found an easier way to edit them now as well, so that will be helpful going forward. I find it hard on social media for people like me. Yes, darling? Pardon? 2 seconds. But I have moments where my accounts do really well and then it will die right down again because my account brings no drama. Like, and people want drama. Like, people get caught up in drama and follow drama and want to see more drama. And I mean, I am lucky. I do have a group of really, really good supportive followers across all platforms that I post on. It is hard because it's so up and down. Like, you'll have one video do really well, and then your views will be quite good for the next couple of days maybe, and then it will go again, because, you know, you're not, like, I don't do skits or anything like that. I don't want people to ever question what's genuine with me. I want people to know that, you know, if I'm saying something, it is because I'm being genuine, not because I want views or anything like that. I just, yeah, I don't know, it's just difficult. Right, Michael's just made some mash, so now it's time to get that on top. This smells so nice.
It's delicious.
Delicious. Get out of my brain. We do that a lot. I know it's quite sad, but we generally do, don't we?
What's that sandwich I was thinking?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It happens a lot. But I think it just shows that we're in sync with each other.
Yes.
Even if it is slightly annoying, because sometimes when I'm going to try and say something funny, he will pip me to it and say the exact same thing. But just not as funny as I would have said it.
Funnier, obviously.
Oh, yeah. Get that on. Don't like the look of that bit. Like that. Then I'm going to put my cheese on and whack it in the oven. And then you will see it dished up on my normal videos that I do.